helping your body before it's too late. We're showing you some exercises you can do right now to prevent osteoporosis later on. The doctor is in at 8:20. Good morning, Arizona. April, thank you. Osteoporosis can affect anyone, but there are people who are more at risk than others. May is National Osteoporosis Month, so we are going to be learning some great lifestyle modifications that can help us all build up our bone strength, or at least preserve it. About 54 million Americans have or are at increased risk for osteoporosis, and that includes about 1 in every 2 women over the age of 50. But 30 is really when your awareness should increase, and we're going to talk about why that is. Joining me this morning is Dr. Sharon Thompson of Central Phoenix Obstetrics and Gynecology to talk about bone health, and also we have Deborah Levinsky of Bella Body Pilates with ways to incorporate exercise as a means of preventing osteoporosis. But Dr. Thompson, let's start with you. What happens at the age of 30 besides when you start seeing some wrinkles?
30 is an important landmark. No wrinkles at 30. 30 is an important landmark because bone strength maxes for women at 30.
Okay.
So actually before 30 is when it's critical to be out exercising, getting your calcium and vitamin D to help build those bones to the strongest that they can possibly be.
Osteoporosis, is it largely hereditary?
There is a familial association with osteoporosis, so you want to look at the women in your family in terms of their bone health, but age is a huge factor. Getting older increases your risk, being female increases your risk.
Wow.
2 big risk factors.
We want to put up a graphic so we can look at as some of the factors that really do influence osteoporosis, and these are the risk factors that you want to address. And even body size, being smaller, I guess it would make sense that the bones could potentially be weaker.
Exactly. This is one area where having more mass, carrying more weight, builds stronger bones. And so if you're smaller, you can even build bone by getting artificial weights, right? Doing weight-bearing exercises. Carrying more will build bone. Okay,
and we're going to talk about exercise a little bit more in just a moment. Some other risk factors are also hormonal changes.
Absolutely. Estrogen loss as women age is a big risk factor for osteoporosis. So we see after menopause a big increase in thinning bones.
You know, a lot of people are cutting dairy out of their diet, and I imagine that that's a big source of calcium. So
absolutely.
Do you suggest maybe a supplement?
Green leafy vegetables are great food source of calcium. Some women will need, people in general will need a supplement. But I recommend food as your first choice for calcium. If you like dairy, keep eating it.
If you can process it, go for it. You're one of the lucky ones. Debbie, you have Bella Body Pilates in Moon Valley. Pilates is such a great form of exercise for those viewers maybe who are not real familiar with it. Tell me the benefits of Pilates.
Well, it's weight bearing. We use spring resistance on different types of equipment that move the body in different ways than a traditional gym. And it was invented in the early 1900s by Joseph Pilates, and it's really caught on in the last 20 years.
And it's really low impact. It's extremely effective, but low impact, so even if you're working through an injury or maybe you're not able to run or have a real strong or a lot of shock on your body, this is really a great way to work out.
It can be, absolutely, because one of our goals is try to build your core. So we build from the inside out, where a lot of more traditional exercise that people are aware with are more from the outside in. So
give me an example of a Pilates move.
Well, just on the spot. Okay. Well, we're going to do some in a moment here. There's a system called Buff Bones, which is modified mat Pilates. And then I can get down on the floor and show you something right now.
Dr. Thompson, are you joining her? She's kicking off her shoes.
Demonstrate some exercises.
This is a doctor that's committed to your health and well-being. She's getting on the floor. Yeah, we're just about to wrap up, so let's see.
Well, let's go do our exercises
then. So one of the things for osteoporosis is building strength, but also building balance. So we're going to show you a couple exercises you can do at home that will help build your balance and your strength.
And ideally, you want to do them barefoot, or we have these sticky socks. So the first one we're going to do, I call Walk Like an Egyptian. So Dr. Thompson is going to put one foot in front of the other, and she's going to stand and hold her balance. To make it more difficult, she can close her eyes.
Great.
Yes, it's a very narrow base. And then she'll switch feet. And one side is always different than the other.
And we are about out of time. You want to show you one more thing as we're getting ready to go to break?
Want to do the lean? We could do the. So this one is part of the heel lift series. So leaning back and forth from the ankle builds ankle stability. holding in your core while you do this.
The doctor
sure
has not been drinking. She's exercising, folks, if you're just joining us.
To build balance, to help prevent falls.
Well, thank you so much for sharing information about osteoporosis and certainly always reminding us that we should be exercising. It's going to be very beneficial. Thank you so much. We'll take a quick break. Good morning, Arizona. We'll be right back.